That's in the back of a conditional probability. If you like hot dogs, if that gives you a positive, if you will, if you like them, how likely is it that you're from Chicago? If you like them, how likely is it that you're actually from Chicago? When you hear words like if, given, the way to think probably is that's behind the slash. Conditional. And in this case, it's if you like Chicago hot dogs. You could give some other example. I'm just saying positive, kind of like we false. You know, your flag is positive. Positive, you like hot dogs, how likely is it you're from Chicago? I've got the probability of Chicago, and the loose sort of Chicagoland. Because I make Chicago, I want Chicago to be big, so I'm doing the loose sort of larger Indiana up to Wisconsin sort of Chicago. Not just the city, at 0.03. And then this, if it's probability of Chicago, not Chicago, it's 0.97. These are your population percentages. Population percentages. I've got 3% of the nation from Chicago, 97% not from Chicago. If you are from Chicago, the probability that you like Chicago style hot dogs is 95%. If you're from Chicago, the probability that you won't like those hot dogs is 5%. But for the rest of the country, if you're not from Chicago, the probability you like these hot dogs is only 2%. Excuse me, the probability you like it. If you're not from Chicago, the probability you don't like them excuse me, is 98%. Because who wants all that stuff in your hot dog? You know, unless you sort of are used to that, right? That's the idea. And so, I'm looking at, of all the people who like hot dogs, how likely is it they're from Chicago? What percent are from Chicago? Meaning, is it a good way to sort of get at predicting whether the person's from Chicago or not? Is it, because only 3% of the country are from Chicago, and I'm trying to figure out of all the people who like those hot dogs, this group and this group, that's the entire country. The bottom of a base is always of the entire population. It's the total probability in the bottom. Or in this case, the Chicago people who like the hot dogs is this group. Plus the rest of the country who like the hot dogs, which are this group. What percent of those are this? What percent are this? So of the total who like these hot dogs, what percent are from Chicago? Why don't you just burn know what the answer is for my made-up numbers about Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where to put the calculator. I don't know where to put the calculator. Oh, here it is. Well, we shouldn't bother that. If someone else wants to calculate it, you can. But I'm going to move on because I've got more examples.